Hi, this is Scott Miller, CEO and founder of Circles USA. Our mission has always been to inspire and equip families and communities to end poverty and thrive. To do that, our initial idea was Circles. We wanted to demonstrate to communities what it would take to support families all the way out of poverty. And to that end, I think we've done a nice job of developing projects around the country. We're in 22 states and up in Canada, and in each place it's a unique experience. Circles is designed by local folks using our national materials and our national technical assistance, but the ultimate result of this is something that's highly customized by and for the community that it's in. Our next step is what we're calling poverty reduction labs. Our idea is that our observation is that in all the communities we're in, and in most communities we've visited, there are poverty management systems. In other words, random support services are being provided to families that aren't necessarily linked to some coherent pathway out of poverty. So you have activity in the crisis intervention space, economic stabilization spaces, workforce readiness, placement, and advancement. But it's rare to see some effort again, like Circles is, where you're supporting people through all 5 of these stages in order for them to become economically stable. And normally this process takes, 1 to 5 years. So to be able to provide consistent support, case management, really that overarching coherence to the process, it's rare to find. So we want to start intentionally building poverty reduction systems. And to do that, we're suggesting that something like Circles now be known as a poverty reduction group. This poverty reduction team, let's call, is joining other teams, maybe Habitat, maybe workforce development or life skills programs, or all sorts of things that are out in communities that are working directly with families. But we're asking everyone, would you be willing to stay with this process long enough so that people can make their way to the best of their abilities to 200% of the federal poverty guidelines? As you support families through this process, would you be willing to submit the barriers and the gaps that you experience in services to a centralized planning group? And then we will encourage these groups to use continuous quality improvement tools that we have, CQI tools, to design solutions that can be transferred broadly through a systems change. The eventual vision of this is that we would have at least a dozen poverty reduction labs that conspire and equip the rest of the country to start moving in this direction. No community is an island. It's impossible to reduce poverty if there aren't other communities in your state influencing state policy and programming. It's impossible to do this if there aren't other states in the country influencing the federal government to participate and move their goals and intention towards poverty reduction. It's not enough to manage poverty anymore. The emerging economy is so on fire, so accelerated, that we have to understand what it's going to take for this current group that we're working with, people that are struggling with issues of poverty, to be qualified and participate fully in this very unknown emerging economy. We do know that people will need relationships and better support systems, bigger networks, stronger hard skills, and more soft skills. To that end, we're inviting everyone to participate in poverty reduction lab work so we can have a new way of doing business in supporting people out of poverty and getting our rates to come down, not have them continue to go up.